Hello, everybody, and welcome. I just wanted to say thank you to you all for taking the time for thyself, for really honoring thyself and stepping into that self-empowerment, for trusting yourself and ultimately healing yourself as well. And yeah, it's been wonderful being able to offer you these Cuppa self-empowerments, and I really hope that you've enjoyed them as much as I have. And a special thank you to my guests as well, who have taken the time of their busy schedules just to show up and be present with us and to offer their wisdom and guidance and healing equally on how they've stepped into their own self-empowerment and how their journeys have all unfolded. Because life is a roller coaster. We have ups and downs, and what's equally important to know is that we're all so individual and unique. And for each and every one of us, that's going to show up and play out in so many different ways. And if you have found something which has resonated with you from these cuppas, then that just brings me so much joy. And thank you really for just taking that time, because I know life is busy. I know we're just being bombarded from things going on around with us, our daily life, the responsibilities that we have to show up for each day, day in and day out. Yeah, just thank you. And it's been so much fun doing these. It's been wonderful connecting with such beautiful people who I've met along my way on my journey. And what was really interesting for me was that the fact that I have never really properly introduced myself. So if somebody's watching my cuppas and thinking, who is this woman? I know who she's talking to, but who is this woman? So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Kelly Leaning, and I would like to just say I'm just Kelly, basically, because that's who I am in this lifetime. However, alongside being a mum of two very bouncy boys who are now, what, I think they are 10 and 12. I'm from the UK, but we live in Germany. I work in marketing, and equally I have my business where I help others to tap into their own inner magic so they can trust, heal, and be thyself, basically. And yeah, I teach others to read their Akashic Records, to self-heal with Reiki. I offer Reiki, Usui Holy Fire attunements, level 1, level 2, and up to master teacher level. So my students can equally teach others. So we can just get that out there, sharing it with the world. And yeah, also I teach others how to activate their inner healer. So yeah, these are tools which all kind of appeared in my life when I wasn't doing too well. So that was probably about 6 years ago now. And yeah, I went through a very dark period of time where it just basically felt like the rug had just been pulled out from under my feet. Unfortunately, my husband checked out of our marriage, and that was just nothing which I actually ever in my whole life thought would happen. Everyone has their own way of tapping into their own unique path, or being forced to take action to start walking their own path. And it's all very unique for each and every one of us. So there is absolutely no comparison. And for me, I was in a foreign country. I'd completely lost all track of who I was. I'd given up my corporate marketing career, just to go full-time mom, which was wonderful because it was such a blessing to have my children, obviously. But, I kind of lost track of who I was, and we kind of lost track of each other. And yeah, it wasn't meant to be, unfortunately. And through that, not meant to be, a lot of painful experiences, and on a very deep emotional level impacted me, where I was just basically in autopilot, showing up for myself to make sure I could just provide for my children, who were 3 and 5 at the time. So being abroad, not having any family around me, and just basically falling apart, that was kind of kicking my ass quite severely. And yeah, you get guided to look elsewhere and try new things which you never thought of or even heard of before. And that's how it happened. I was introduced to Reiki, which is how most people start this journey, as you've probably realized by watching my Cuppas. And by starting this journey to Reiki, it helped me to understand, without even knowing how, to heal and slowly release. It's a process. It just doesn't happen overnight. The pain and the trauma which I was holding within my body, and to give me that strength which I was lacking at that time to show up. It was, okay, I've got 2 children. I need to get up. I need to make this work. Life has to roll, okay? And yeah, for me, that was just really, really, really hard, really hard. I was devastated, completely, utterly devastated. But, we have to move on. And it was through my Reiki journey then I was guided to Goddess Isis healing. And I received an activation so I could work with the healing energy of Goddess Isis. And I'm very grateful for that activation which I received, which actually happened in the UK through someone who was also guided to work with. And yeah, that basically kick-started it. I then worked on learning to work with the Reiki energy, was then Reiki attuned to various Reiki modalities, Usui, Atlantean, crystal, and then on to Holy Fire Reiki, which I absolutely adore. Then carried on to, I noticed that all my clairsensors were coming on from working with the energy. So I was seeing things, I was hearing things, I was really feeling things, just really knowing. And we all have that innate ability to have that. Okay, it's just switching it on again, reactivating it, because it's all within you. It's in each and every one of us. And that led me to becoming a Carl Gray practitioner. So I done his angel healing, and I'm part of his angel team, as well as a crystal energy guide, and then working with oracle cards. They always seem to just draw me in. So I started playing around with them, and then started to learn to read the cards. And it's basically all tools which I ultimately learned from, was guided to help myself. And then I was guided to the Akashic Records, and we each have access to our Akashic Records. And for those of you who don't know what they are, the Akashic Records is basically Google in the sky. So, it's a spiritual library of wisdom, guidance, and healing for each and every one of us, where we can tap in to receive infinite guidance and healing for our highest good, and which is given to us at a rate which we can integrate. It's so vast. It's just, we're just scratching the surface at the moment with all this. And through the Akashic Records, it really allowed me to step into my self-empowerment on a different level. The Akashic Records amplifies any healing modality with what you work with. So if you work with Reiki, with crystals, and you work with these in the space of the Akashic Records, it's amplified. It's very powerful space, and yet so gentle and pure and comforting. It's like returning home. So for me, it's like returning to thyself, because you're in that space, when you're in the space of the Akash, where there's zero judgment, And it's from a space of unconditional love. And your spirit team, so your masters, teachers, and loved ones who you connect with in the space of the Akash, for me, it's like they hold you in this hug. They're holding you. So you're being held by Mother Gaia and supported and receiving the light from Father Sky, so from the Akashic field. And you know that you are loved and accepted for just who you are in that space. And the messages what need to come through to you will come through to you exactly in the moment that you need them. So the Akash is very, very special to me. I mean, all the healing modalities which I work with are just amazing. And I'm so grateful that, regardless of how things didn't work out in my marriage, I'm thankful that it kicked me in a direction which I'm obviously supposed to be walking. And yeah, so I work very deeply in the space of the Akashic Records. I obviously read the Akash for others, and also teach others to read their own, because for me, it's really important for each and everybody to know that they do not need to be codependent on someone else. And this was something which I've been battling with, codependency, very much so. Also, we have a lot of stuff down from us from her childhood as well. And doesn't mean we've had awful childhoods. Some of us unfortunately have, but there's a lot of stuff which we are carrying which is not ours. And sometimes we need to shift that shit, basically. And yeah, by working with energy, with the angelic realm, and in the Akashic Records, that's helped me immensely. And if I can do it, you can do it as well. Okay? So that's really important, because I really truly believe that each and every one of us has that magic within us, which is waiting to be reactivated, so we can step into activating our inner healer and learning to trust, to heal, and to ultimately be the person we are supposed to be, not a version of the person what others want us to be, not the people-pleasing person that we think we need to be, or the wallflower that I totally was. I didn't want to be seen. No way. I would just like to hide around. Don't want to be in the center of attention at all. And who am I? And if I can reclaim that self-empowerment, then you too can do that as well. Okay, you too can have that. So yeah, that's me. That's Kelly leaning. And yeah, I just wanted to say thank you, and thank you for showing up for Thyself. Thank you for watching my Cuppas. I hope they resonate with you. Also know that I do have other healing transmissions on my YouTube channel, which is, just Kelly Leaning. So take a look, maybe subscribe if you want to, pass it on to anyone else who you feel would benefit from this. And yeah, I just wish you all the best as we close out 2022. It is insane. This year has just raced by. It's incredible. And thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for walking this journey with me. I truly, truly appreciate it. And yeah, on that note, take care of yourself. Make sure you're looking after yourself, because you need to be okay so you can be okay for everyone around you. All right? And take care. And I'm sending you lots of love and blessings from my heart to yours. And see you in 2023, if not before. Bye-bye.